the basics of knitting. To me, I think it's very important. Okay, very important for anyone to learn how to crochet, how to knit. It has nothing to do with the age. Okay, so now what I'm doing one by one, 1 times 1 rib, rib stitch. This way I'm creating an edge, like the lining, like ni kama tu hem ya nguo, if you understand what I mean. So okay, ni kama ile mshipi ya kuanzia pale chini. Sasa hiyo ndio ninatengeneza. Okay, so tunafanya pull, okay, like this, pull and knit. Okay, so you have it's always a bit stretchy, but I'm not doing 2 by 2, I'm just doing 1 by 1, as you can see. So today I want us to do the cable stitch. I think this was the first stitch that my home science teacher taught me. Okay, and I want to show you how you can do it with the minimum things, zile vitu tu unaweza pata hata kama ni kwa village, the things that you can find huko Kenya, you know, huko ushago kabisa. Usikuwe stressed because hauna many things that you can see on the internet. Okay, so you can always improvise. So what you need to make a cable stitch, of course you need your yarn, you need the needles. Okay, this is 6.0 millimeters. Okay, the size of the yarn is determined, the size of the knit needles is determined by the size of the yarn, and as you can see my yarn is a bit big. Okay, so you select your needles depending with your yarn. Okay, another thing you need is another thing that you need is a needle, not a needle, a safety pin. Okay, this is a safety pin, it's not a needle. So usijistress sana kununua vitu mingi, unaelewa. If you're a beginner and if you're learning, you just use the things that are available for you. Of course there is the cable, something that a needle that you can use to hold the stitches together, but this one will do for you, so don't worry. Maybe I tell you a background and a story. During our time, we could not even access such. Okay, we could not access such. We used to be taught in schools using the needles to get tungekata miti, like we cut some branches of trees and we make them sharp to look like this. I still have wooden needles as well. Okay, but we were doing it like physically, like tungechukua hiyo mti tuchonge mpaka ikuwe needle. Okay, maybe I need to show you my wooden needles. Let me show you. So these are my wooden needles. Okay, you can see, but these ones I did not make them myself. Okay, it is 8.0 millimeters. It's bigger than this. Okay, it's bigger than this, the one that I'm using. So during our time tungechonga hii kitu, hii wooden stick mpaka ikae hivi, like we had to, how we used to do it I don't know, but we used to make it very smooth, and it was just a branch of a tree we cut, we make it hold our stitches, and we do very good work. Okay, so don't be worried if you can't access most of the things, and maybe you're in a place, I don't know where you are, maybe where you are you can't, and you just want to learn, or you just want to start crocheting or knitting. There is many ways you can go about this. Okay, so you can get these wooden pins, needles, or unaweza tu chonga yako it's also good to be creative. You can also create yours as well from whatever, and you start your work. So you will enjoy your knitting even with that. So it's a good way to be creative. So I thought of telling you my story, and I thank God for my home science teacher. That time they really helped us on knowing how to go about it and how to learning how to knit. So as you can see, I've done how many stitches? So let's count them together. One. We count in doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I've maintained the edges with the rib stitch one by one. Okay, 1 times 1 or 1 by 1. Okay, so the rib stitch remains for the edges, as you can see. And now will be good to start our how to do it. Okay, it's not very complicated. It's something that you can learn. It's something that you can share with your friends and show them. Okay, so maybe the next time we share in this video, you will have told me you have made something out of this stitch. Okay, so this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. Okay, as you can see. So now the moment of truth has come. Okay, moment of truth, where now we have to do our cable stitch. We'll need this, as I mentioned before. Okay, so let's see. So now remember, these are our 6 stitches. Okay, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we want 3 to go the other side. Okay, so we use this, we put them here. Okay, like you can use anything that you feel is comfortable with you, no problem. Okay, so we get 3 like this. Then now that we have secured them like this, we crochet like these other 3. Okay, we crochet this, not crochet, we knit this, the other 3, sorry. We knit this 3. So here we are knitting 1, 2, 3. Okay, so remember these ones. Okay, so we remove them from the safety pin like this. So before we remove, we have to put them back on the other side. This, remember, we have not knit them, so we put them back on this. So I don't know whether you like it when you remove it completely, but you return them one slowly. You can do all of them at once like this. Okay, so when you do that, you safely remove your safety pin. Okay, you see. So now you have done that. So what next is, you have now to stitch this, to knit this. Okay, so you have to knit these 3. and you go about back like this. You need, it's not hard, it's not hard, it's a very very easy pattern and it's very good. Okay, so here you have the crossed, the cable, something maybe when it is bigger you see the difference. Okay, so the rest of it you continue normally, you continue normally. This is to separate the two cables, the two cable patterns, so you just continue normally, no problem. Today I have so many stories and I don't think I will edit a lot about this video because I want you to see it is possible. Okay, so here you are, you do 6 there. Then now again to our moment of truth. Okay, so we count 3 again, we put them here in our safety pin like this, like this. Okay, so follow the demonstrations like this. Okay, so now you need another 3 here. Okay, so you go like this, you need, just slowly, I go slowly for you to see. Okay, just like this, like this. So we have already our 3, but remember this, never forget this, because these 3 they will help you make the pattern. Okay, so we put them back again to this because we have not yet knit them. Okay, so we get them like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay, so once you put them you can remove the safety pin just like this. Of course it's hard to lose them, you can as well lose them if they are very tight as well, like now this one was almost going, so be careful, return it properly like this, like this. Okay, so you have safely back your 3 stitches. Okay, so you knit them again just like the other side, you knit one by one, not all of them, only one by one, not as a group, only one by one. Okay, and in this stitch don't tighten so much in cable stitch, don't tighten so much your stitches. Okay, because you need to switch off to the other side or this, but it's nothing, it's something not complicated. Okay, so you will see. So this one is rib stitch, one by one, you just go about just the normal way. Okay, and you finish. So the first line after you do the cable stitch interchange, let me call it the interchange. So after doing it you have something like this, you see, something like this. So now you continue, remember from here, from the border here down we did 6 lines, like we knit 6 lines, 1 2 3 4 6. So after this point you also knit again 6. Remember you can choose any form of lines that you want, you can say 4 3 6 10, but for me I've counted 6, 6, 6. Okay, so now I'm going to knit 6 again on top of this. Okay, so let's see. So here nimefanya kama stitches kama 3, but look how it looks like. Okay, so this is our progress so far. Okay, so let me do 6, then we do again. Okay, then you will see. So here we are again. Okay, so we take our first 3 stitches, we put them here. Okay, we put them like this. You see, 3 of them. So we save them like this, so they are safe. So we go here, we stitch, we knit this, we knit this 3. Sorry, I just try to be too slow for you to see. So we knit that, we knit that, we knit that, but don't forget the safety pin package. Okay, hii iko na package yake, naona naona kako na, so unaeka hapa, you return them back here, the 3 of them, just nicely. Okay, you return them just nicely, then you open the safety pin and you release. Okay, so you let it go. I will repeat again. I don't know whether I was too low to the video or what, so I will see again if I can repeat that part with so I need this, I need 3 of them. It's amazing, it's just amazing. So we are finished with the first one, so we continue with our normal stitch in the middle. It's a stop stitch, stop home stitch. So here we go. So that's it. Okay, so you have the in between, it looks like this. Okay, and the pattern looks like this. So this part again we repeat like this part. Okay, so we secure our first 3 stitches, this we secure them with a safety pin again like this, and we are safe, I believe. Okay, let me do it again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, like this, then we secure and we pull them out like this. So we knit these others. Okay, we knit them. So we need to take this needle the other side like this. So we knit them like this, like this, like this. Okay, so now we have to return this again, like kurudisha. In short, tunarudisha, we return them like this, just slowly. Don't do it in a hurry, so that it, just in case you are doing more than 3, so that you don't lose them. Okay, because it's easy to lose them, but when you just do them slowly, you find it's easy. So this one comes this side to the other side, and the other side, the other one comes to the other side. So you knit them. You knit the other 3 just the way you did with the others. Okay, like this. Hopefully you can see. So make sure your stitches are not so tight. Okay, so that's it. And let's turn this way, because the edges, as I told you, I've kept them as 1 times 1 rib stitch. Okay, so here, here. So here it is now. After we do a second part, it looks like this. So let's pull through the second one, then we see how the entire pattern will lay out. Okay, so it looks like this, but let me do like another 6 lines, then I come and I show you how it looks like. So the same, you went to here. So my hand is a bit like it's splitting everywhere, but it's okay. So you do this. So you pick, you knit the others like this. You knit, you knit 3 of them. Okay. 3. Then you come again this side. Here you pick this. One. Okay. Once everything is inside the needle, you remove your pin safely and you knit again. So it will create this overlap on top of the other one, something like this. So as I finish, I want to say a story, just a short story. Okay, as I try to finish up this. Yeah, many people wonder how we are able to crochet, especially if you're from Kenya and all this. But the reality is, many people in the villages in Kenya, they know how to crochet, they know how to knit. In fact, they can knit the blanket of their own children, they can weave their own baskets, okay, like eco-friendly baskets. They can do it. They can be fully self-reliant. So like one of the questions that I got the other day was, where did you learn this? And I had to explain. I learned this back in Kenya, and the school system in Kenya is not bad. Its education system in Kenya is very okay as well. And they asked me if in Kenya there are hospitals. Of course, definitely there. Kenya has some of the best doctors in Africa and maybe in the world. Okay, Kenya has a strong economy in East Africa, so it's not a bad country as well. those are some of the answers that I gave that person, that they're the best doctors, they're the best hospitals also in Kenya. Okay, so it's not like Kenya is a bush place. I learned this in school. Of course, my parents knew how to do it. And I remember one of the ladies we were together in primary. She used to do it with a lot of speed, and I used to wonder, this lady, like she became an expert of crocheting and knitting at the same time. So it is possible if you're learning, yes, to learn. And a bit of story about my Kenyan background. Yeah, there are people who knit, they knit sweaters, bags. We also do a lot of weaving. There are women who weave baskets. Yeah, and even sculptures. A lot. So basically, that is part of the heart. Okay, so let's continue and we say. So I want to say something. Okay, as you can see, we have like two sides. One side has to go on top of the other one has to go down, and then like this. So how do you balance such that it's not only one side that dominates? It's not only this all the time going out. At some point, if this goes up, expect the other side to go down at some point. Expect the same part to go down. Okay, so for example, how do you balance that such that the 3 stitches that went up, like for example this, the next time at least they start going down also, so that you can have a balanced stitch like this. Okay, so at some point you realize you do 6 another 6 lines, sometimes 7, so it's like +1 or -1 lines depending. So that's the secret. Make sure if this line has gone up this time, the next time of cables stitch, it is the same. It is that line that is going under now. Under is not going to be on top. Okay, so that's the secret of this stitch. That's the tricky part. But I believe you have understood. Okay, I believe you have understood. For them that don't know how to finish a pattern like this or a knit, I have done a video on how to do finishing, how to finish, to do away with everything and you get a complete item that you wanted. So I've done that. I've also done, I think, a video on hedges. So you can do 1 by 1, 2 by 2. There are many patterns for hedges. Okay, so basically that's how you do it, and that's a trick of this. I'll continue doing more videos, and also I want to give a shout out to people who are supporting me. Yeah, please continue championing the channel, telling other people who want to learn, they can check out this channel. Of course, I keep on posting more videos as much as I can. Okay, but I really need your support for people to subscribe. Okay, so recommend and let people subscribe to this channel. Okay, so thank you very much, and let's meet in the next video.